Yo, welcome to another installment of Afri-Culture Concepts. I am Dito Jallo, the owner of the Afri-Culture Concepts YouTube channel, and today we will briefly discuss a scripture within the biblical text in order to bring out the facts of the religious beliefs of the original authors, and we will examine it from the original language of its attestation. I was recently viewing content from another great YouTuber by the name of Brooklyn St. Michael that was bringing out the paganism within the biblical context, and inside of the comments section, I ran into a guy that has a strong belief in the Christian ideological ideas that was later used to interpret the Bible, and here is what he said. I'm not injecting Christianity. You are injecting polytheism. The plain reading of the text shows us God talking to himself in Genesis chapter 1. I just want to say that idea is totally incorrect and cannot be verified within the biblical text. But what can be verified within the biblical text is the fact that the head deity was in fact speaking to his assembly of divine beings. And we will exhibit the proof of it within the grammar of the text and not some modern interpretation that has no connection to what was actually written by the authors. There are several passages that indicate the head deity deals with the council of divine beings, like Genesis 1:26, Psalms 82:1, Psalms 89:5-7, Zechariah 3, Nehemiah 9:6, Psalms 24:10, Isaiah 44:6, Job 1:6, 1 Kings 22:19, and Daniel 4:17. But today we will only examine Genesis 1:26.
ויאמר אלוהים נעשה אדם בצלמנו כדמותנו וירדו ברכב הים ובעוד השמיים ובהמה ובכל הארץ ובכל הרומש על הארץ.
This renders to, and God said, let us fashion mankind according to our model, after our genetic profile. They shall rule over the fish of the sea, and fowl of the sky, and all the cattle, and all of the earth, and all of the creeping things that creep upon the earth. There is nothing within this text that indicates that the head deity is speaking to himself grammatically. Therefore, there is no way that he can be rendered as speaking to himself. And the way we will see that is by examining the first word of this scripture, which is a third-person masculine singular G stem verb, Yomer. Morphology, the way it looks, and the phonology, the way it sounds, indicate it to be a third masculine and perfect simple or G stem verb. What causes it to be rendered as perfect, which is past tense, is the wo prefix preterite, which renders it as and he slash it said instead of and he slash it say. If the grammar indicated that the deity was speaking to itself, then it would be evident and the word would have been hit amer or yadi berlo instead, which would be a third masculine singular perfect hit pile or a third masculine perfect PL with a preposition all at lamb and a yud wow suffix attached, and it would have rendered and he slash it said to himself, but in fact it doesn't. An example I can show you within the biblical context of this type of verb being used is Deuteronomy 28:68. When you observe the 12th construct of this scripture, you see wahid makar tim being used to represent the second masculine plural hit pile of perfect verb meaning and you shall sell yourselves. This grammatical breakdown confirms my claim and the consensus of many scholars when they say there is a chief God amongst an assembly of divine beings throughout the biblical narrative. Let's be honest, if the deity really spoke to itself and said let us fashion mankind according to our model, I would believe this deity is schizophrenic. Let's say we had a letter and it's read and he said let's go outside. You would assume he, which is the subject, was speaking to another entity or a group of entities, and you would not say he was speaking to himself unless the letter said and he said to himself, let's go outside. Anything else is only an opinion and has nothing to do with the text. If you have any questions or comments, please do not hesitate to leave them in the comments section. You are encouraged to leave any feedback in the comments section as well. Thanks for checking out another installment of Afri-Culture Concepts. Until the next time, peace.